Hey everyone, welcome. Hope you're all doing well wherever you are around the world. And if you're new here, we'd love to have you subscribe and like the channel. After President Donald Trump announced that the United States military had attacked Iranian military facilities, the global reaction went way beyond what anyone expected. Even Arab countries, which are usually close allies of the United States and Israel, condemned the attack. Surprisingly, many of these Arab nations that used to criticize Iran are now backing Tehran in this conflict. Some of them even openly said that Iran has the right to defend itself, especially with tensions rising between Iran, Israel, and the United States. So now people are wondering, is this the beginning of Arab unity to push back against Israeli dominance and reduce United States influence in the Middle East? The reactions from Arab leaders shocked a lot of observers, especially since Iran has long been seen as an enemy by many of its neighbors. Iran has even had to rely on Russia in its struggle against United States and Israeli pressure. But now, Arab countries are starting to take a different stance. Even Saudi Arabia, which is known for being strongly anti-Iran and very close to the United States, is now surprisingly defending Iran and condemning American actions. This marks a historic shift in Saudi Arabia's role in Middle Eastern politics. The official statement was posted by the Saudi Foreign Ministry on social media. In it, Saudi Arabia expressed deep concern over the United States strike on Iran's nuclear facilities. But it didn't stop there. Saudi Arabia strongly condemned the violation of Iran's sovereignty and called for calm to prevent further escalation. They also urged the international community to step up diplomatic efforts and find a political solution to the crisis, especially given how delicate the situation is. What's even more surprising is that when Israel launched an attack on Iranian nuclear sites, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman personally called Iranian President Mossad Bazikian. In that unprecedented call, the Crown Prince offered condolences to the Iranian president, the people of Iran, and the families of the victims of the Israeli attack. He also made it clear that Saudi Arabia strongly condemns Israel's actions, saying they violate Iran's sovereignty, threaten its security, and break international laws and norms. Even more shocking, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman told President Bazikian that Saudi Arabia stands with the Iranian people and is ready to provide full support. He also emphasized that the entire Muslim world is now united in supporting Iran. That statement caught a lot of people off guard, considering the long and tense history between Saudi Arabia and Iran. Their relationship used to be like oil and water, completely incompatible. But now, the two countries seem to be finding common ground, and may even build a friendly relationship and support one another. Yes, it's true. The relationship between Iran and Saudi Arabia has had its ups and downs. Back in 1929, they had relatively good ties, but religious differences caused tensions to rise again. Things really got bad after the 1979 Iranian Revolution, when Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khomeini, publicly criticized the Saudi government's legitimacy, even though the Saudi king at the time had sent him a congratulatory message. Relations didn't get any better after that. In the 1980s, tensions escalated further when Saudi Arabia was accused of helping Iraq invade Iran, reportedly offering Saddam Hussein $25 billion in aid. One of the major reasons for the ongoing tension between Iran and Saudi Arabia is that they've always been on opposite sides of different conflicts in the region. Iran supports Shiite groups in Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon, while Saudi Arabia backs Sunni rebel groups in Syria and fights the Houthis in Yemen. This rivalry is often called the new Cold War of the Middle East. But now it looks like those differences are being set aside. Iran and Saudi Arabia are now supporting each other against the superpower backing Israel, the United States. And it's not just Saudi Arabia. The United Arab Emirates, which has normalized relations with Israel and is known for its strong ties to the United States, also expressed concern over the attacks. The UAE called for an immediate de-escalation to prevent the situation from spiraling out of control, warning that any American strike on Iran could throw the region into chaos. Egypt, which also has formal relations with Israel, voiced similar concerns. Egypt's foreign ministry expressed deep concern about the latest developments in Iran. Egypt warned that rising tensions could threaten the security and stability of the entire region, and possibly even impact global peace. Qatar, which has close ties with the United States, also condemned the airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. In an official statement on social media, Qatar's foreign ministry voiced concern about the serious consequences of the American air raids. It warned that the current escalation could have extremely dangerous effects on both the region and the world. Interestingly, even though many Arab countries have normalized ties with Israel and maintain close cooperation with the United States, they still criticize the American strikes on Iran. But Jordan hasn't said a word so far about the American actions. This silence has raised a lot of questions. Many suspect that Jordan is staying quiet on purpose, trying to remain neutral, especially given its incredibly sensitive geographic position. After all, Jordan shares a direct border with Israel and sits right in the middle of the ongoing Iran-Israel conflict. So it kind of makes sense that Jordan wouldn't want to speak out too loudly and get pulled deeper into the mess. But is that really the whole story? There's been growing speculation that Jordan might actually be supporting Israel behind the scenes. That theory gained traction after reports emerged that Jordan had intercepted several Iranian drones and missiles that were headed toward Israeli territory. That action sparked assumptions that Jordan is basically acting like a defensive shield for Israel in this conflict with Iran. In fact, the debris from intercepted missiles, drones, and even defense system shrapnel caused injuries to several Jordanian civilians and damaged property in different areas near the border. That's led some to believe Jordan is willing to take risks just to protect Israeli soil. So what's the Jordanian government's official response to all these theories? So far, nothing clear. No direct statement from the top authorities. This silence has drawn attention from many different groups. But the Jordanian armed forces did release a statement, saying they intercepted a drone out of concern that it could crash into Jordanian territory, especially since it was launched by Iran in response to the Israeli attack. According to Jordanian officials, the country's air defense system was activated after a military assessment showed that Iranian missiles and drones might fall in populated areas, posing a threat to civilians. The army's statement emphasized that the Jordanian military is responsible for protecting the country's borders, land, sea, and air, and that it won't tolerate any airspace violations under any circumstances. The government also urged citizens not to spread rumors that could create panic or chaos. Still, many are wondering, was this truly about protecting Jordan's safety? Or just a convenient excuse to cover up support for Israel? Speculation continues to grow. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to S News, check out our other videos, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you next time.